Yeah, so I have like so many stories to tell. I probably considering starting my own podcast where I can just like talk. But yeah, let me share this one with you guys. So I joined this group chat, yeah, and on the group chat, there's a guy that um he's pretending to be something that he's not, right? It's a group chat that started like online, so we don't know each other physically, but of course we made plans to like meet, physically. And for the hangout, some people came, some people didn't come, right? But there's this guy on the group chat that pretends to be something that he's not. Okay, I based on what he said, I think he used to have money, but then something happens and he doesn't have money anymore. And I noticed that people that used to have money and then something happens and they don't have money anymore, especially men, they still post like they still have money because they believe that a lot of their worth comes from the money that they have, right? And I don't know why, like a lot of, if not even men, like a lot of people think that way. They believe their worth comes from how much money they have, that they want you to see them as luxurious, they want you to see them as rich, they want you to see them as high profile, but they don't have all those material things that they're making it seem like they have. Now my take on this is this: if you don't have material things, there must be other things that you possess that will be intriguing to people. And fun fact is that on this group, we're all just normal people. Nobody posts their achievement like cars, houses, where do you live, what am I eating. Nobody posts about that. But he came into the group, he started posting fancy dinner, fancy lunch. He told us, oh, he had like a 4-bedroom apartment in case you wanted to use it for a party, blah blah blah. Like questions nobody asked you, suggestions nobody asked you, right? You're just telling us, oh, you earn $7,000 a month, blah blah blah. But nobody asked you about that. Nobody on the group there is earning $7,000 a month. And frankly, we don't care. That's not why we're here. We're not here for material things or who has the most. We're just there to like, network with each other, right? So I feel like it's people that have this mindset, they really cannot fathom that other people don't care about money. Or that it's not like we don't care about money, but the purpose of this group, it's not a materialistic group. We're here to relate with each other on like a deeper level. And I think that also applies in lots of places. Some people have been configured in a way that they feel money is like so very important, and they put money above a lot of things. And if they themselves don't have money, they feel insecure, they feel depressed, and they try to project that on other people. Hi, Ray. Nice to see you on the live. Thanks for being here. I hope you had a great day. I hope you are doing well. Let me know where you're joining in from. Nice to see you on the live. Hi. I can see a lot of other people here. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Aki. Okay, hi. Welcome to the live. I hope you had a great day. Today is Monday, and a lot of people went to work today. Though some people are business owners, some people are freelancers, some people are like jobless at the moment, which is fine. I feel everybody goes through phases of their life. Some people are in the phases where they're out of job, they have no housing or home, but it's fine. It's all part of your journey. It's specific to you. So me, I'm an advocate for embracing every stage of life that you're in. Okay, every stage of life cannot be comfortable, because if you're always very comfortable, how do you learn the lessons that you need to learn? How do you grow into the person that you need to become if you are always comfortable? So that discomfort, there's a lot to learn in discomfort, and I'm a huge fan of people picking out the lessons that they can learn when certain things happen to them. If you go through a tough season and you don't learn anything, it means that you're still going to go through another tough season because you have not learned the lesson that needs to be learned. So yeah, whatever stage of life you're in, whatever phase, big hugs, okay? Big hugs, everybody, because I believe and I know that you definitely come out of that phase. Okay, you're not the only one going through a tough time. Just know that joy comes in the morning, and the day will definitely be brighter tomorrow. Hi, Gideon Nelson. This name sounds a bit Nigerian, but nevertheless, let me know where you're joining the live from. What's your location, please? Gideon Nelson, nice to have you here. um so basically, before you join, I was just talking about something that happened, about how people think money is the ultimate. People that used to have money and they no longer have money anymore, and they still feel some type of way because now they feel insecure, they feel bad, that they no longer have the money that they used to have. Some people think that it's only when they have money that they can be respected, they can be loved, and their whole worth is tied to their account balance, and when they no longer have money, they think less of themselves. But that's not the general worldview. That's just their orientation and their mindset. And I feel like our mindset plays a lot in the way that we act, in the kind of insecurities that we have, in the way we relate to people. If you pretend to be something that you're not in order to relate to people, definitely it's not real, because they don't know the real you, right? So the friendship is not real, and it definitely will not last, because certainly at one point in time they're going to find out who you really are. They're going to find out the things that you're hiding. So how then does a friendship last, right, if you're falling in love with a version of you that does not even exist? So yeah, Gideon, I don't know if you're still here, but it's nice to have you all the way from the United States. Thanks so much for being here. We are two continents apart, and again, it is so fascinating that the internet is capable of joining people in two separate countries. Like 100 years ago, this was not possible, that you'd be in a different country and in the snap of a finger, in an instant, you'll be able to connect to somebody else that is like continents away. So the internet, as much as it has its bad side, the internet also really has its good side. I believe that internet has helped a lot of people make money, myself inclusive. Like I feel like a lot of people now make a lot of money from the internet. Like white collar jobs are still very much in vogue, they are still very much necessary, but at the same time I do know that a lot of people benefit and profit of the internet. I mean, look at the rise of crypto, look at the rise of websites, online businesses, look at the rise of even a platform like YouTube, a platform like TikTok. Like 50 years ago, it was not even conceivable that as a young person, as an 18-year-old person, you would sit in your house and be on an app called TikTok, you would dance and whatever, and people would just send you money, and that money will reflect in real life in your account balance. Like 50 years ago, it was not even conceivable. It didn't look like it could be a reality, but it's the reality today. The same way some things that we joke about today could be the reality in 50 years time. So don't underestimate anything, and always know that we are evolving. The world continues to evolve, things continue to get better. There is nothing that is with God all things are possible, obviously, but human beings are evolving. Human beings are, we keep changing, innovating things, and a lot of things that are right to our doorstep. Like just imagine you sit in your house, you want something, let's say you want a box of fries, and you're able to like just pick up your phone, and in 30 minutes there's a box of fries in your house. 50 years ago, if you wanted a box of fries, you had to get up and go to the location where the box of fries was, even if it's like an hour or 2 hours from you. So things have really changed, things have really evolved. Now what we can do for ourselves is decide to be a part of that change. And what do I mean? Definitely somebody sat down and thought that, okay, let's talk about the invention of Uber, right? Invention of Uber, how did Uber come around? So well, this is a story that I heard. This is a story that's popular. Two guys went to a nightclub, and they were done from the nightclub. They came outside probably in the middle of the night, maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. or so. And they tried to hail a cab and they couldn't get one. And so they just thought that, how come they cannot get a cab at this time? Like, what if there was an app that whenever you needed a cab, you could just request for the cab and the cab came? Like, it's like ordering a cab. You're not the owner of the car, you might not even know the driver or anything, but it's like requesting for a cab randomly. And that was how Uber started. And now it's like $1 billion industry, right? Now we are in Nigeria here, we have other things. We have Uber. We used to have Taxify, then changed to Bolt due to change of leadership. We have Bolt, we have InDrive, we have Rider, like we have go kart, or like there's so many things that have come up in that same line, in that same industry, all because two brothers or two friends, I'm not sure of the story, because they decided to come together and they decided that, okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay, this stuff is valuable. Okay, they literally saw a problem that existed and decided to create it. And that's how things come around. You don't necessarily need to solve the problem of the whole people on your streets. You don't necessarily need to solve the problem of 100 people. Not a lot of things are unique, right? Not a lot of experiences are unique. So if one person has experienced something, there's a high chance that there are also other people somewhere that are experiencing the same thing. Now, I know if you've been following my life, you might feel like this is a contradiction, because the other day I talked about choosing a business to start. And I said, if you're low on capital, it is important to start a business that already has like a buying audience, right? So you can start making money almost immediately. You don't have to spend a lot of money on ads, marketing in order to reach your clients, because they're already looking for you. Like there's already vacancy, especially for those industries that they say, oh, the industry is oversaturated, meaning that there's money in that industry, meaning people are making sales. So if you insert yourself into that industry, best believe you also be making sales, right? But at the same time, I talked about people that want to be founders, people that want to make a difference, people that have the capital to spare, right? And so if you want to start a business or a company to solve a problem, you don't need to take a survey like, oh, what are people going through? What are they passing through? What problem is there that I can solve? Just look around you, basically. And look around you, like your experiences, the experiences of your friends, the experiences of your family member. Just like go outside and look around you. Go to a park, go to an event or anything, go to schools, like just look around you. You definitely see a problem that needs solving. Okay, even though it has been done before, it probably has not been done in the way that you expect it to be done, in the way that you want it to be done, right? Every day people have something to complain about. Like even us as normal human beings, we complain about things like, oh, this is this way, oh, that is this way, oh, it didn't go the way that I wanted to, blah blah. Those are things, no matter how minute they are problems that you can still solve, you can still, get a solution to. Another thing I really admire about business is that partnership. I think partnership is such a beautiful thing. I think partnership is an amazing thing. Though not all entrepreneurs get the opportunity to have a partner in business, but if you had the opportunity, if you had the chance, maybe your high school friend or your cousin or your neighbor, anybody decided to partner with you, great. Consider yourself blessed, right? If you had the opportunity, good for you. But not everybody has that. So if you have a partner in business, I feel like it makes it a little better because you can share risk. Yeah, even though people don't like sharing profits, right? That, like, in everything there's pros and there's cons, because if you're a solo business owner, you take all the profits on all the good days, but you also bear all the whole risk. You take loans in your name, you do this and do that. But if you have a partner, you share profit, but you also share risk, right? You share finances, you share stress, like you share, like you also get to share ideas, because two heads are better than one, right? So yeah, um that's about that. Anyways, that's about that. Hi to the one person on my life. Let me just tell you guys, like I feel like on this channel I talked about a lot of things, a whole lot of things. Many of the things that I experienced, many of the things that happen around me, many of the things that I've asked questions about, and many of the things that I've thought about. Like I said here before, that I think about many things in a day. In a day I could have maybe 5 ideas, 5 topics that I want to talk about. Even on days that I'm stressed, sometimes I write them down, sometimes I don't. But whenever I remember and I come on here, I know that okay, this is what I'm talking about at this particular moment. But I do love coming on live. I love talking in real time. Sometimes I can be a talker, right? But I think in real life, if I really know you, I can be a talker. But otherwise, I love to share my ideas, like, for everybody, because I feel like there's some people that see things the way that I see. There's some people that understand things the way that I understand it, and there are also people that need to hear these few encouraging words. Something that you might think is nothing because you are so used to it. It's not a big deal to you. So another person, it could be like a really big deal. It could be like something really grand. It has happened here before in the life. I was talking about something, just something that I thought was a basic motivational whatever, and the lady was like, wow, I really inspired her, that oh my gosh, she was thinking about quitting but she's going to keep going, thank you so much. Like she was so genuine. I was like, wow, just these few encouraging words that don't even, like, they don't even hold that much weight. I have like serious encouraging things I could say. This is just like the beginning, but it really touched her, it really blessed her. And let me tell you something, when you are called to do something, when your mind is telling you to go ahead and do something, the reason people don't do certain things is because they feel like there's no crowd. Do you understand? They're waiting for a crowd to gather before they do what needs to be done. They're waiting for 100 people to come out and listen to them. They're waiting for 100 texts on their phone. They're waiting for the group chat to be full before they do what needs to be done. But sometimes, yeah, your mission, like the reason that thing was put in your heart, was just to bless the life of one person. And we definitely all know that one person translates to a whole generation. Do you understand? There are certain people that are carriers. They are carriers of nations, right? So sometimes we are sent to bless just one person. I've said that there was a time I talked about this, I think it was on my Instagram, and I was talking about not everybody is called to serve the majority. Some people are looking for fame, they're looking for the spotlight, but sometimes your mission, your purpose is in where there is no spotlight. Like that's yours. So if you continue chasing like the fame, if you continue chasing, the spotlight and all of that, you may actually be going in the opposite direction of destiny, because destiny is not calling you to the crowd. Destiny is calling you to those lowly places where you may feel like nobody will recognize you, where they don't even have any money to give you. That's where destiny is calling you to. But many of us are going to the mountain top because we want to be recognized in the 7 continents. Okay, we don't want to go to the slums, we don't want to get to the ghetto. Nobody's going to recognize us there. We want to be able to serve kings and all of that, which is very fine. But I'm saying that not everybody is called to the spotlight to serve like majority of people. Even in business, when you sell products, there are certain products that everybody can buy. Like you sell clothes, you sell food, everybody can buy. But there are also certain businesses that I've seen them serve a particular niche, like a particular group of people, like just a small group of people. There's this brand I saw. It's a medical brand that addresses issues that certain people that go through certain medical issues they face, right? So that brand solves a problem that people with that particular medical condition that they face, right? It's a really small group of people. It's a minority group, basically, because that illness is not common. And then again, that thing that they said is just one aspect of addressing that illness, if I'm making sense. So like that's a very specific niche brand, right? So they may not be serving everybody because not everybody has that medical condition, but they are serving those particular people that need it, right? They probably have maybe 1,000 customers in the whole country, but it doesn't matter. That is what they are called to do. Okay, it's the same way Jesus left the 99 to get the one. It's the same way sometimes we are called to just serve a few group of people, but we feel like everybody doesn't need this, and everybody doesn't need to need it. Everybody doesn't need to listen to you. Sometimes it's just 1 or 2 people that need to hear that thing that you have to say. Just 1 or 2 people that need to use that thing that you've been asked to create. That, like, it has been on your mind ever since, but you don't want to do it because it's not popular to do it. Okay, destiny is not popular, purpose is not popular. And there's this popular saying that I'm sure we've seen it on like Instagram or so, and it says that the vision was given to you, like the purpose was given to you when you were given the assignment. You were the one that had it. The assignment was not for everybody else, so you cannot expect everybody to understand the assignment that was given to you. Do you understand? Everybody cannot understand the assignment that was given to you. Everybody cannot understand the purpose that was given to you, the purpose that you carry in your heart. When you get like a vision, you are the only person seeing that thing. Everybody else is not seeing it. So you can try explaining it to the people around you, but if they don't understand it, if they don't follow up, it's fine because they didn't see what you saw. They didn't hear what you heard. So definitely it may be a bit difficult to convince them, but that should not mean that you will not go ahead and do what needs to be done. That should not mean that you dare not, go do the assignment that you were given because other people don't believe, because other people don't support you. And let me tell you something here. Like I have a lot to say, but like I don't like saying too much in one live because I feel like it might be like, let me say, information overload. So I don't like saying everything I have to say in just one video. But let me tell you guys something. Certain, like, what we think are lonely moments, right? Like certain lonely moments are necessary. Like it is necessary for you to walk that path alone by yourself. You just notice that sometimes you need help, or you think you need help. You don't get the help that you think you need, because in reality you don't really need help. It's just that you've never extended yourself to that capacity yet, so you don't believe that you're able to do it. And it's okay to ask for help, but if you ask for help and you don't get it, don't forget that, especially if it's God that sent you on that assignment, which is why it's so important to communicate with our creator, right? If God sent you on the assignment, best believe that he's backing you up. Okay, if you need a man to come there and like help you out, he will send somebody. God has like millions of sons all over, and if he doesn't want to send a human being, he can send an angel. How about that? So if you need help to get that thing done that God knows that you cannot do it by yourself, he's definitely going to send you a helper. Did you understand? So sometimes we don't get the help that we think we need because we don't actually need help. That particular period of time, that phase is designed to grow you. And how do you cannot grow when you are comfortable? Sometimes we need to push ourselves past what we think is our limits in order for us to become stronger than we were, in order for us to become wiser than we were. There are certain problems that we need to tackle so that we can understand the solution, not for today, but because there's a bigger thing in front that you need to use the wisdom of today to be able to solve. I don't I don't know if I'm making sense. Like as I'm maybe saying this thing, like I'm understanding it, and it's like amazing to me as well. So let me just take that again. I'm saying that some problems that come to us today, we need to solve that problem, because the wisdom that we get from solving that problem, we are going to need it tomorrow for a bigger problem. Some things that are like, and that applies to me too. Like some things that happen in a particular day, I feel like I don't know why this thing happened to me. Right? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But like, this is what happened. This is what I took out of the situation. This is what I now know. This is what I've learned. This is the way that I've grown. This is the way that I've increased my capacity. Yeah, this is how I have, matured in this season. And then something happens maybe like 2 months later. And I'm like, wow. Sometimes it doesn't take up to 2 months, like the next week. And I'm like, wow. Like if this thing like happened last week had not happened, I would not have the wisdom to be able to solve the problem of today. So certain things are necessary. Just that as human beings, we are quite short-sighted. Again, I'm going to say it is important to be in communication with your creator. It is important to be in, one accordance with your creator. You need that. You cannot do life alone. And life is so spiritual. For real, for real. You cannot do life alone. So it's we need God. We need God. We need God. Like on even me myself, I know that there are ways that I slack in my spiritual life. I'm aware. I know God sees me, like He can see me right now. I know He understands me. I also like try my best. Sometimes life can get overwhelming. But I do what I can in my own way. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've had a lot to say in this life. Like, and I'm a fast talker. So, what another person will say in 1 hour, me, I've said it in 20 minutes. I'm actually a fast talker. Yeah, I say what I have to say as the ideas are flowing, as it's coming. So, thank you so much for tuning in once again. I really appreciate. You know what they say now? Tiny drops of water makes a full ocean, right? Tiny drops of water fills the buckets, right? So bye. See you next time.